I'm Leona Chin, Malaysian motorsports athlete, and you're watching, I don't know what's this channel.
It's okay. So Leona,
Hi.
Were you a car lover before you get your license?
Before I got my license, actually I hang out with a group of guys when I was in high school, like around 16, 17 years old, and they always talk about cars. So that's where it sparked my interest in cars. So finally when I got my driving license when I was 18, that's when I started to learn more about how to modify cars and drift.
You meet your friend and talk about cars. Do they talk about racing or drifting, anything?
They just talk generally about cars, like this car is powerful, like the Toyota Altezza or the GTR. You talk about the engines and which car is faster than which car and all that. Like we would look at magazines and say, oh, this car looks very cool, like the Supra and the 4AGE engine on the 86 and all that.
So you already got a lot of knowledge about cars at that age, 16, 17.
More than an average girl.
So why did you choose a 180 SX as your first car?
Well, it's a very long story. My auntie, she actually came from Hong Kong and she worked in Hong Kong. Then she brought the Hong Kong 180 car back to Malaysia. And she was driving it around, and then she happened to drop by my house, and I'm like, what car is this? It's so cool. Is it a sports car and all that? Then I started to Google. I said, oh, this car is a potential drift car. Then I told my mom. Then my mom told my auntie, if you want to sell it to my daughter, she wants to take it to class. Then my auntie's like, okay, I'll sell to you at what price? And then we say, okay, deal. And then I got a 180 for going to school.
What about the YouTube prank? That one makes you famous, right?
Yeah.
The first video.
Yes.
So is that the prank is before you get the license or actually it's after?
It's after. I had that video 10 years later. I actually dressed up like a student and pranked a lot of teachers. Yeah, I used my own car because that car could drift, but the normal driving school car couldn't. So that's how it worked out. And actually we worked together with the Maxman TV, and he's the one who actually planned out all these things. And I was so happened to be free, and I said, okay, I'm up for this prank and let's do it. And we did the video. I didn't expect the video to become viral. I thought, oh, it's just a normal video. And after the day it uploaded, I saw the numbers growing like crazy numbers. Even my website had a problem, and it like server down because too many people went to search for my name. And when I saw the numbers growing, I was like, wow, this is crazy, unbelievable.
It is an advantage or disadvantage to become a female driver?
I think best of both worlds. There's disadvantage and advantage. Well, the disadvantage is I'm not as strong as guys, because guys, they have better muscles and they're more braver. But for me, a girl, I'm more gentle on the car, and I'm not as speed demon like you guys, but I do like speed. But the advantage is I get more exposure. So there's a lot of media covering my events and all that. So I guess there's a good and a bad. And one more bad thing is guys see me like a threat. It's like, we don't want to lose to Leona.
Right.
We don't want to lose to a girl. So they kind of bully me on the track.
Oh, did they?
They do.
Oh,
they don't want to lose to a girl. So they'll give me a hard time.
And you don't want to lose the man.
Yes.
So the competition is
very strong.
Yeah. Before you being famous, you already racing.
Yes. I've been racing for now 12 years.
12 years. So you start from drifting.
Yes, I started drifting, and exactly this car park. This is the place where you usually train. When it starts to rain, I'll drive from my house, come here, and we say churi churi. You will sneak in and play for fun for maybe 2-3 minutes, then I'll go back home.
Just to practice a few moves.
Yes.
Okay, so
this is like a playing ground.
Yeah.
Then they started to put gates around, so they don't let anyone to come in anymore.
So before you came there, there's no gates, right?
Yeah, the gates were unlocked.
Do you think you are more lucky because you are female motorsport athlete? Then you work harder than others. What do you think? Lucky or you work hard?
I think both. I'm sort of lucky. I think I feel like I'm born on a lucky star or something. That everything happened at the good timing. But also I worked very hard. I work twice as hard as a guy. So I do all kinds of work. I do my own website. I manage my own social media. And then I train at the simulator. I also train on ground and off ground. And I also run my own business. So I'm always everywhere.
So you're always busy?
Yes.
Because you want to get more money for the race?
Yes. I'm trying to fund my fun.
Fund your
FUND to my FUN.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That's good, right?
That's a good one.
So yeah, I'm very disciplined and I'm a very dedicated person. So yeah, I have this drive to keep motivated. My mom is a single mom, and we are in the middle class earnings, so we don't really earn like super rich, but we can afford a car. And so the car that I drove, the 180, is not very expensive. It's the same price as a small little car, new small little car in Malaysia. But instead of getting a small little car, I got a sports car. That kind of first step for me to go into motorsports is a good step. If I had to continue, I think I worked very hard for it. So and went to look for sponsors, and also I didn't have enough tires. I approached some tire shops to see whether they have used tires, and I bought second-hand ones. So it's all really hard work. It's not really spoon-fed, but it did help. My mom did help me in the first initial learning stages. But after that, I told my mom, I don't need your support that much. Okay. So I'll look for the money myself with my team, and yeah, that's how I started to grow into more into motorsports. How I met my mentor is a very long story, and actually I had my car. I went to spray paint my car at a shop, and my car had some problems, so the engine actually couldn't start. So I went next door, and so happened it was a drift car driver, and asked him, do you know anything about fixing cars? And he came over with his mechanic and checked the car out, and he said, oh, this is a simple thing, just spray the air gun and can start the engine.
Okay, it's easy.
Yeah, the water was in the engine. Then finally he was surprised. He said, is this your car? He's like, it's a 180. Yeah. Not really many girls drive a 180. Yeah. Then I told him, yeah, it's my car. Then he's very curious, and he asked, do you want to learn drifting? I can teach you. And then I'm like, I have no money. I don't know what all these things. Then he said, no worry. All you need to do is to help me to set up a website for my race team, my drift team. And I'm like, okay, I don't know how to do a website, but I can learn in order to learn a new drifting skill. So he said, okay, we'll deal, and we had a deal, and we went to a car park and we started to practice drifting, and that's where I started all drifting things.
But before that,
yes.
You already doing some drifting yourself, or
no.
Use it as a daily car? Or?
Yeah, I use it as a daily car to go to college and school, and I drove very normal speed, sometimes just a bit faster.
A little bit?
Yeah, just to go for Yamcha sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Now you already have your kind of own racing team. So what is your ultimate goal in this sport?
Well, I started off in the car park doing drifting, and then going upgrading into Gymkhana, and then I went to circuit racing and time attack and rally as well. But I think I finally found that I'm really good at circuit racing, and so I kind of focused there and went more into circuit racing. So now I'm into touring car racing, and my next goal would be to go to GT level. Yeah, so the Asian GT race. So that's my goal right now. and it's possibly happening very soon.
So you are dealing with some teams and...
Yes, and with the help of my team and my manager and all the support, got a lot of friends around trying to hook me up with sponsors, and hopefully it'll happen next year.
Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
You mean next year is next season, right?
Yes.
So it's coming like
It's
very soon.
Very soon, and still talking terms. So we try our best to make it for the coming season.
Yeah. So you have been driven drift car, rally car, every kind of motorsport. What about one-seater? The Formula car?
Formula, I tested it, but it's very tough because it's very tough on the neck. Yeah, I'll skip.
You skip that?
Formula, yeah. Go-kart, it's okay.
Yeah, not suitable for everyone and your driving style.
Yes, that's right. So the people who started Formula are really young, like they started in go-karts, the go-kart track here. Then they start like 5-6 years old and they're winning competitions, and I come at like 38, 33 years old, go in, no.
Yeah, sometimes.
Too hard.
Yeah,
because they're so, we really want to win, and they're so young, they got nothing to lose.
Yes.
So there's a different world there.
And how about the sponsor? When you start, it's really hard for you to find a sponsor.
Yes.
So you have to make some YouTube videos to make yourself, you want everybody to know you.
Yeah.
And what about how many years you think, okay, now I'm in a comfortable zone, and the sponsor may come find me?
It's never comfortable.
Never?
Yeah, because sponsors may come to this year, then they decide, oh, next year we're done, we don't want anymore. So every year is a very challenging year for me. Every year, new sponsors, have to find new sponsors. Every time I'm preparing proposals and I'm sending out to anybody. I do YouTube videos to get the exposure. I also post on Instagram and also on Facebook, to make sure everybody gets to see my videos and also get more exposure. It gives back to the brand because you got so many viewers.
Yes.
So I try to do that, like putting in content and show that I'm very hardworking, and I'm a good platform for sponsors to come in and sponsor me because I got a lot of viewerships, and also I'm very active in my motorsports. Yeah, so it's a cycle. If I don't race, I won't get sponsors. So if I don't post anything, I got nothing to post. If I don't race, I got nothing to post. So it's a big cycle.
So being a racing driver, it's like running a business, isn't it? Everywhere in the world.
Yes.
It's very tough.
For those newcomers or those interested into motorsports, well, motorsports is a very big industry. You need to be very passionate in motorsports. So you need to know about cars, you need to know how cars work. And then when you got that interest, then only you want to start to work on something. So you can go for go-kart training, because go-kart is the most basic thing, and learn from go-kart the racing lines, the braking points and all that. So finally, when you know how a car works, you know how to fix a car, basic things. If you got enough budget, you get a drift car like this one, and practice. And if you're into GT racing, if your future is Formula or GT, then I think you need to find lots of sponsors. But don't give up on your dreams. It's hard, but you never give up. I myself was challenged so many times, and because I'm a girl, nobody even thinks that it's possible for a girl to drive fast. So I proved them wrong. And that's what you need to do. If there are people who think negative of you, you just keep positive and show them what you got.
Have you thought about giving up, or any moment that I don't want to do it again, or keep doing it and make you cry? Well,
there are times where you lost in a competition and you feel very down. You just think that this is just it's like a learning process. Then learn from what you did wrong, the mistake, why you crashed or why you didn't get to overtake that person or what. Keep studying the videos, the data, and become stronger the next time. So that's how I am. keep improving
and become stronger.
Yeah. So if I'm not good in drifting, never mind. We still got other types of motorsports that I can go. It's very big, so that's what I do. If not good, just change, but still be in the motorsports.
Yeah, do something you're good at, and you get more chance.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay.
Thank you.
今日好多謝 Leona 同我哋玩咗個下晝，但係我哋更加要多謝嘅咧，就喺呢個旅程入邊每一位幫助過我哋嘅朋友。我哋下集見。
我後面呢一架日產嘅 Safari， 佢成架 Opel 咁樣。一開始我見到喺 Drift House 前面，我以為佢係 Opel 嚟嘅。我心諗唔係啊化，頭腦車點甩啊？你知啦，呢啲嘢唔係講玩㗎嘛。